monitoring social media to establish where these meetups would be occurring and placing officers accordingly.
One idea as desperation to rein in teen takeovers grows. Maggie Nesta, NBC News, Chicago.
And we're back in a moment with new arrests tied to a string of high-profile burglaries against pro athletes, including Travis Kelce. That's next.
I know what you're thinking. Here's Kristen Bell on a luxurious vacation with her pretend kids. But I'm really here for all the points I get with my City Strata Elite card. I'm good for a fancy dinner where I don't have any idea what I'm eating. But what I really love is 6 times the points. Just eat your points, sweetie. I love you more than all the stars in the sky. And slightly more than all the points I'm earning. City Strata Elite. Rewards where it counts. That's the point.
On 3. Liberty Mutual customizes car insurance to help people save hundreds. 1, 2, 3.
Liberty Mutual.
Nailed it.
Only paying for what you need. Liberty, 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 liberty. No pain, no gain, no thanks. Real strength isn't taking pain, it's treating it. When there's no pain, there's more gain. Advil Liquid Gel's target pain caused by inflammation for fast, strong relief. Advil, that's real strength.
This grease is gonna be hard to scrub.
Nah, it'll be a wall in the park with new and improved Dawn Platinum. It removes 99% of grease and food residue.
Ooh, and with the new Easy Pour jug, there's less mess.
New Dawn Platinum.
Did you know about 1 in 3 people with plaque psoriasis may also develop psoriatic arthritis? With fewer symptoms from moderate to severe plaque psoriasis, where would you go? Imagine being a million miles away. With Tremfya, clearer skin is possible. And for adults with active psoriatic arthritis, Tremfya goes beyond the skin. Less joint pain, stiffness, and swelling is possible. And Tremfya even reduced fatigue. Serious allergic reactions and increased risk of infections and liver problems may occur. Before treatment, your doctor should check you for infections and TB. Tell your doctor if you have an infection, flu-like symptoms, or if you need a vaccine. Imagine being a million miles away. Ask your doctor about Tremfya.
My dad never been in better shape. He had a stroke and he passed away. He had a life insurance policy. Ethos.com. In 10 minutes, you can recover your life insurance.
Check your price today at ethos.com.
Go-kart thrills meet open-air adrenaline. In the minute John Cooper Works convertible, let's move.
Raised in the shadows of a street named after a dream, where the odds were stacked against him, Michael Tubbs could have run away from his roots, but he didn't. He ran towards them. He defied the odds. He followed that dream. Michael saved Stockton from bankruptcy and revitalized the economy from the bottom up. Now, Michael's running for lieutenant governor to bring his vision and his values to our state. Because when Michael sees a challenge, he runs right at it. He follows his roots.
Go-kart thrills meet open-air adrenaline. In the minute John Cooper Works convertible, let's move.
We are back now with new arrests tied to a string of burglaries against professional athletes, including NFL players Patrick Mahomes and Travis Kelce. The thieves stole jewelry, high-end watches, and money, snapped photos in some cases. Authorities say 2 Chilean citizens have now been arrested in Argentina and are awaiting extradition back to the U.S. And here in the States, a terrifying boat crash caught on camera. Look at this. Video taken below deck shows a ferry headed from Alcatraz back to San Francisco, smashing into a pier. You can hear passengers on board screaming as the boat crashes and the windows shatter, sending glass flying. No word yet on what caused this crash or if any of the passengers were seriously injured. And take a look at this wild video. That's Health Secretary Robert Kennedy Jr. put out there a couple of snakes, a pair of black racers, he said, with his bare hands. You can see they jump up and fly him. Kennedy posted the video on social media saying he was removing them from Dr. Oz's patio. All right. When we come back tonight, start spreading the news. The New York Knicks now on the verge of their first championship since Nixon was president. The wild celebrations. That's next.
I've been thinking, having heart disease and diabetes, it's very scary, right? Because that increases our chances of having a heart attack. And even though we're getting more leafy greens and exercise, our LDL-C bad cholesterol is still way too high. We need to ask our doctor about Repatha. Go ahead.
Can we talk about Repatha?
Repatha plus a statin dramatically lowers LDL-C by 63% and drops the risk of having a heart attack by 27%. Do not take Repatha if you're allergic to it. Serious allergic reactions can occur. Get medical help right away if you have trouble breathing or swallowing, swelling of the face, lips, tongue, throat, or arms. Common side effects include runny nose, sore throat, common cold symptoms, flu or flu-like symptoms, back pain, high blood sugar, and redness, pain, or bruising at the injection site.
So, I have your latest blood work here, and we did it. Your LDL-C came way down.
Listen to your heart. Ask your doctor about Repatha.
Is your roof leaking?
Are your headlights too bright?
Can ants read?
When you bundle home and auto for 24/7 protection, Progressive handles all these worries and more. Because there's always more worries. Always.
Okay, it's just a accident. How's Gary gonna be?
Honey, relax. It's Miralax. It works with the water in your body for gentle relief.
Relax. It's Miralax. For more fiber per serving than any other gummy, try Mirafiber.
A Chewy order is on the way for Woody. He likes his stick, but loves his Pro Plan, which Chewy delivers fast with the nutrition for Woody's most exceptional life. For life with pets, there's Chewy with Pro Plan.
Feel the power of OsteoBiflex. Taken every day, it's clinically shown to improve joint comfort in 7 days. A significant improvement over time.
Consumer Cellular cuts so many bills that we brought in one of our recent savers to help us cut. Hey Dave, what did we say you'd save when you switched 2 unlimited lines from Big Wireless?
Up to $600 a year for the same coverage.
Up to $600 a year. So he switched and got 2 unlimited lines for just $30 each per month. Can I keep that? No thanks, I'll eat later.
Save up to half on the exact same coverage, plus an extra $200 off. Call or visit Consumer Cellular.
Hi, I'm Monica Seles. As a former tennis champion, I know what it's like to be in the spotlight. But when I got diagnosed with generalized myasthenia gravis, I just wanted to be part of the crowd. I knew I needed help. That's when my doctor added Vyvgart. Treatment, my way. I only wish I started sooner.
Don't use if allergic to the ingredients. It can increase risk of infection and serious allergic or infusion-related reactions. Get help right away if you have rash, swelling of the face, lips, throat, or tongue, breathing problems, low blood pressure, or fainting. Tell your doctor if you have infection or fever, high blood pressure, chills or shivering, chest, stomach, or back pain, vaccinations, allergies, or kidney problems. Most common side effects include respiratory and urinary tract infections and headache.
Today, I'm a different kind of champion. One that's going to rally the GMG community to find their voice and ask their doctor about Vyvgart. Game on.
Ask your neurologist about Vyvgart.
Tired of scrolling? Save time and get local news that matters to you. Set NBC Bay Area as a preferred source on Google. Go to google.com/preferences/source. Type NBC Bay Area and tap to confirm.
Finally, there's good news tonight, especially for Knicks fans. It's been decades since New York's iconic team made it to the NBA Finals, but last night they punched their ticket, and now Knicks Nation is hoping the team can win it all for the first time in more than 50 years. It's a moment some fans have been waiting for their entire lives. The New York Knicks sweeping the Cleveland Cavaliers in 4 games. Now lacing up for the NBA Finals for the first time since 1999. How old were you in '99? I wasn't even born yet. The last time the Knicks made the finals, Ricky Martin topped the charts. Going online meant dialing up, and the iPhone was still years away. the last time they won it all, even farther back, 1973. So it's safe to say New York City is ready for this. On the broadcast last night, they were dancing to Sinatra before the game was even over.
You could try to explain what's going on in New York right now for Knicks fans, but I mean, good luck. Like, it's different.
Outside Madison Square Garden, the crowd of Knicks faithful swelled to the thousands. As for who they'll face in the finals, the Oklahoma City Thunder are battling the San Antonio Spurs and 7'4" phenom Victor Wembanyama, along with their faithful fans. But in New York, superstars on the court in the Garden and superheroes outside. A cast of millions now cheering on the Knicks to bring home a long-awaited championship. Knicks mania in full effect. All right, the NBA playoffs continue tonight with the Spurs versus the Thunder on NBC and Peacock. That's nightly news for this Tuesday. I'm Tom Yamas. We thank you so much for watching. Tonight and always, we're here for you. Good night.
SGA, MVP, champion. It's got to set set on another ring. Powerful smooth skin. Honey, Christmas!
I've been a San Franciscan since I was 23. Here's where I met my oldest friend in the city. The day that I convinced my wife to move out here with me. When my daughter first touched the ocean. And we're now making our newest friends. This city gave me friendship, family, community, a life. I'm running for Congress to make sure the next generation can build a life here too. I'm Troy Chakrabarty, and I approve this message.
Janelle Wade, moving the Bay Area forward.
Right now, 4:30, ready to learn her fate. The Los Gatos mother, convicted of holding out of control alcohol-fueled parties for high school students, hears from victims before being sentenced. Good afternoon. I'm Audrey Ciccio. And I'm Tina Lang. Welcome to NBC Bay Area News at 4:30. Our Candace Quinn was in court for this afternoon's sentencing hearing. She's going to join us shortly. We're also tracking other stories on this Tuesday, including outrage growing in a Bay Area community over an officer caught on camera hitting a high school student. How protesters are making sure their voices are being heard by city leaders in Fairfield. Also, 1 week until the June primary, the last-minute pitch by gubernatorial candidates to undecided Californians. Our Sergio Quintana is on the story for us. And take a live look across the Bay Area this afternoon. Some of us woke up to rain on the roadways. Also, some rain chances also remain. Meteorologist Rob Mayetta will have our micro-climate forecast. Well, let's begin with the Los Gatos mother found guilty of throwing alcohol-fueled parties for underage teens, learning her fate. Shannon O'Connor spent the afternoon in court being sentenced after a jury convicted her of 48 charges. Senior investigator Candace Wynn is at the Hall of Justice. Candace, we're hearing the sentencing might actually take 3 days. Why is that?
Yeah, so they got a late start today. Started at 3. They actually just wrapped up, so it's about an hour and a half of victim statements. Jane Doe Ford, she went first in court behind me here today. She was at the center of this trial. She was 14 years old at the time, 20-year-old today. Was talking to Shannon O'Connor, was just maybe 4 feet in front of her, talking about how she's had nightmares, how she's had to go to therapy. Now I want to show you some new video we just got within the past hour of Shannon O'Connor in court this afternoon for the start of her sentencing hearing. In March, a jury convicted O'Connor of 16 felonies that included 13 child endangerment counts, 2 sexual penetration counts, and 1 count of dissuading a witness. Prosecutors say that sexual misconduct counts involved O'Connor orchestrating non-consensual sexual activity between some of the teens, for instance, pushing a boy into a room with a drunk girl. O'Connor, Audrey, has denied that in court.
She was convicted of 48 charges, Candace. So how long is Shannon O'Connor facing in prison?
Shannon O'Connor could face a maximum term of 33 years in prison. A judge previously increased the maximum sentencing, saying that she determined that Shannon was sophisticated in orchestrating these parties as well as the sexual misconduct. Now, O'Connor may receive less than that, but we're really not going to know until the judge announces that sentencing on Thursday, and that's something that the judge has wide discretion over.
Candace, I know you've been following this case for quite some time now, and you've been talking to O'Connor regularly. What's she saying about all of this?
She has told me that she irresponsibly hosted those alcohol-fueled parties, and that's something she apologized for. But she told me during numerous phone calls as well as jail visits that she denies orchestrating any sort of sexual misconduct between some of the underage teens. She was shocked, she says, that she was convicted on those counts. And I want you to listen to a part of that jail phone call interview she had with me mid-trial.
It's so unfair. A lot of these stories are just not true. And I've been affected deeply by these stories. I've been beat up multiple times. They call me a pedophile. They think I'm this rapist. They think that I'm this horrible monster. I'm sorry for what everyone has had to go through. I never intended for any harm to happen to these kids, and I'm so sorry it did.
She's apologetic, Candace. The hearing has ended for the day. What's next?
Well, we're actually seeing some of the parents and their children leave court. They're going to come back tomorrow morning at 9 a.m., and the judge will continue down that list of victim impact statements. Again, about 15 people, the victims as well as their parents, expected to speak. After that, Shannon O'Connor will get the opportunity as well. If she does speak in court, that would be the first time we hear from her in court. And then after that, we'll hear from the judge announcing the sentencing. And again, likely that will be on Thursday. Audrey?
All right, Candace, thank you for that update.
Calls for justice are getting louder in Fairfield tonight as people demand the firing of the police officer caught on camera hitting a high school student. The incident happened last week as police responded to a fight on the Fairfield High School campus. Video taken by witnesses show a female officer hitting a 16-year-old in the head as he was on the ground and later pulling the boy's hair. Now we want to show you a live look at a rally happening outside Fairfield City Hall right now. Demonstrators say they plan to take their concerns straight to city leaders at tonight's meeting. The police chief says the officer has been administratively reassigned and says an independent investigation will take place. But people say that's not enough. A policing expert told NBC Bay Area his review of the incident warrants the outrage.
Absolutely inexcusable. You do not strike a person in the head. That could be considered deadly force. This person was face down on the cement. You know, you hit someone in the head and they're on cement. That's what their head is going to strike, is the cement.
Fairfield Police Chief Dan Marshall is expected to be at the city council meeting. The mayor says several city council members will also make statements about last week's incident. To the south of us, the catastrophe was avoided, but thousands are still waiting to go home in Orange County as fire crews monitor an overheated chemical tank. About 16,000 people are still under evacuation orders in Garden Grove. And this started last week at a site owned by the company GKN Aerospace. The worst case scenario was that the tank would explode and spread toxic chemicals. So that's over, but there's still a risk of a fire or smaller explosion.
What we essentially were shooting for, in layman's terms, is to boil an egg. Okay? That's what we wanted. You know, you have to control that temperature to get that egg done right and not crack the shell.
The firefighters are still hosing the tank to help reduce heat, but officials say the temperature has been steady. Still no timeline for when it'll be completely safe. Again, 16,000 people remain under evacuation orders. Now to Decision 2026. We are officially 1 week out until Election Day. The June primary is next Tuesday, and the candidates for governor are circling the state right now, including a few who made stops in the Bay Area today. Let's bring in our studio compliant who's live in San Francisco. And Sergio, one of the candidates actually dropped off his ballot today.
Yeah, that's right. Tom Steyer was here at San Francisco City Hall. He walked over to the ballot box that you can deposit your early voter ballot. He did that this morning. And then he also answered a few questions about the way this campaign is going. He says, in his opinion, This is a race that really only includes 3 people in the race. There is a Republican front runner, there is a Democrat that's about a point behind him, and then Steyer, who as of the latest polling numbers is in 3rd place. Now, right now, Republican Steve Hilton and Democrat Javier Becerra are in a statistical tie. Javier Becerra was also here in town. He was at a union hall, a firefighters union hall, and then also today, Steve Hilton, that Republican frontrunner, ahead by 1 point, he was down in San Jose at an event, and then of course San Jose Mayor Matt Mahan was speaking at an event as well. So there's a whole lot of these candidates who are in the Bay Area today.
Yeah, Sergio, the ballot has a lot of gubernatorial candidates, a lot of them, but 8 prominent ones. Many still undecided, it seems, waiting to turn in their ballots. What are you hearing from voters out there?
I talked to several voters today, people who are registered to vote and who say they are going to be casting a ballot. They say they have not just yet. And I want to show you, if you look at the official voter guide that is being handed out here in San Francisco, I counted 17 pages worth of governor's candidate files. 17 pages. Every single one of the voters that I talked with today say they are simply waiting to see. One woman said she's waiting to see who's going to be polling the highest so that she can cast a ballot there. But a lot of them still say that all of the candidates that they have to choose from, even though the most popular ones, as you mentioned, have been whittled down to about 8, those are still a whole lot of people to choose from. They say that they are waiting to the last minute, a lot of them, before they go ahead and cast their ballot. One man says he's just going to wait till primary day, Tuesday, to cast his ballot.
Yeah, a lot of people trying to make up their minds on a lot of ads on TV, and there's still some candidates who've dropped out of the race on the ballot too, so beware, like Eric Swalwell and Betty Lee. Okay, Sarah Quintana live in San Francisco. Thank you so much. And of course, we will be following this race extremely closely, along with all the others, 1 week from tonight. Stay with NBC Bay Area for coverage leading up to Election Day, as well as results on election night. All right, so now taking a look at our weather now. I'm with meteorologist Rob Maeda. San Diego in front of City Hall in San Francisco. Looks really nice there. And we're taking a look at the Golden Gate Bridge.
Yeah, and it's the camera in Sutro Tower is shaking because it is cool and windy, and we do have some interesting weather just around the corner. We're going to see a chance of showers, snow in the Sierra. Can you believe it? We'll show you that on the radar coming up. Let's get right to it. You can see out towards Solano County and the inland hills of Napa County, scattered showers and even some thunderstorms this afternoon on the west side of the Sacramento Valley. And you did see that snow up near the Sierra. Tonight we'll see what's left of those showers wind down. Same areas tomorrow, especially the inner portions of the North Bay Mountains and east of the Diablo Range. Slight chance of showers in that Wednesday forecast, and ongoing cool and breezy conditions setting up for Wednesday. We're talking highs mainly in the mid to upper 60s around the Bay Area. And Thursday, another round of showers drops into the Bay Area out of the north, and probably better chances for some brief rain at times late Thursday to Friday. Meantime, we talked about this year. Look at this upper level low bringing air cold enough to support snow pretty close to 7,000 feet. So what this means is winter-like driving conditions around the Sierra between now and Thursday night. Then eventually, all this unusual weather begins to lift on out towards the east, just in time for this weekend coming up. So we've got some unsettled weather to deal with over the next couple of days, clearing skies on Friday. Then we should see temperatures going from the 60s and 70s and back into the 80s as we head into the weekend. So some winter-like weather around the Sierra midweek changes and warmer changes at that heading into the weekend. Back to you.
Okay, thank you so much, Rob. Cracking down on teens riding dangerously on e-bikes. What deputies in the South Bay are now doing that will hold the parents responsible. Our Marianne Favreau is looking into this for us. Also, making it easier to make it in the Bay. San Jose's plan to help officers, teachers, and other city employees be able to live in the city they work for. But before we head to break, we want to know, what trending story would you like to see later on in this newscast? I do have a poll up right now on my Instagram stories. We still have a little bit more time to vote for one of these 3, and it is so close, so please vote. Ferrari unveils first fully electric car, the reason Toyota recalled thousands of trucks, or how you can get money from Krispy Kreme. We'll tell you all about the story with the most votes in about 10 minutes.
to endorse Josh Friday.
The former Navy lieutenant for lieutenant governor.
We entrusted Josh to build
The largest volunteer force in the country.
He gets things done. Josh Friday, lieutenant governor.
Californians can't agree on much these days, so when Democrats, Republicans, and Independents all line up to oppose the so-called billionaire tax, it tells you something.
The tax is already backfired. It will rob California of $25 billion in tax revenue, getting funding for our schools and firefighters.
Governor Gavin Newsom said it best. The wealth tax will damage California.
Please, for the good of California,
Stop the wealth tax.
stop the wealth tax.
I'm Eric Jones. My mom was a nurse, and my dad, a disabled veteran, never graduated high school. There were times my family relied on food stamps and disability checks. Now I'm running for Congress to fight for working people, put thousands of dollars back in the pockets of working Americans, provide universal child care, in-home care for seniors, and lower prescription drug costs. I'm Eric Jones, and I approve this message to bring new leadership to Washington.
For sure. D-Day will be the largest seaborne invasion in history.
Generalizing how if you invade tomorrow, you're going to be washed away.
The final decision will be mine alone, Fletcher. The untold true story of D-Day. Read PG-13, only in theaters this Friday. I want a governor who gives a...
With Becerra and Mahan, it's not going to get better for working people.
It's really hard to trust somebody like Becerra who takes money from big oil.
Because he is funded by oil companies, he is willing to listen to them, and he's not willing to listen to the needs of us Californians.
If Javier Becerra thinks that he needs Chevron, we don't need Javier Becerra.
Working people are for Tom, corporations are for Becerra.
Becerra represents more of the same, and Tom Steyer represents actual change in California.
Okay, back. Making sure teens ride e-bikes safely. It is a problem almost every city in the Bay Area is facing. Well, now the Santa Clara County Sheriff's Office is bringing back a program to make sure they are not riding dangerously. It's going to bring in our Marianne Favre, who spent her day looking into this for us. Marianne, can you talk about what this program does and when will it roll out? No pun intended.
Well, it actually rolled out today here in front of Cupertino High School, and the goal of the program is to hold teens accountable, but also educate them about the rules of the road. So today we watched as sheriff's deputies stopped a student who was on her scooter. She had her helmet on the handlebars, but she didn't have it on her head. So they talked to her about the importance of wearing your helmet, and they also issued her a citation. Now, because of that, she will have to attend a 2-hour traffic safety course. But once she does, then that citation will go away.
Okay, so they'll get a citation, they'll get a warning. Also, are they holding parents responsible as well?
Absolutely. One of the catches of attending that course is that you actually have to bring one parent with you to sit through that 2-hour course. And the idea is that parents should be educated too about the rules of the road.
Okay. Did you get a chance to talk to teens and parents about this? Because they're going to be cited if they have the courses as well.
I sure did. Well, the teenagers that I talked with said that they like the idea of learning more about the rules of the road and what they need to do to stay safe. And also, a lot of things are changing with e-bikes all the time, so they wanted to be updated on any changes regarding the e-bike regulations. But they were not keen about the fact that they had to bring mom or dad with them if they were required to go to a safety course. They didn't think that that was necessary. Now, the parents I talked to were more concerned about actually the logistics. I talked to one dad who has two kids here at Cupertino High School, and he told me that he's like, hey, I travel a lot, I work a lot, when am I going to be able to fit in a 2-hour traffic course? So he was not very happy about that idea.
Yeah, I think parents and their kids have a lot to talk about before heading out on these e-bikes. All right, Marianne, thank you so much. Then 2 decades. For the first time in more than 2 decades, the Oakland Police Department is closer than ever to ending federal oversight. A federal monitor says the department has now completed all 51 reforms required under its negotiated settlement agreement. The court-ordered reforms have kept Oakland police under federal oversight for the past 23 years following the Oakland Riders police misconduct scandal. In that case, more than 100 people accused 4 veteran officers of violating their civil rights through false arrests, planting evidence, excessive force, and assaults. The reforms have largely focused on accountability, internal investigations, and use of force policies. And the department had come close to full compliance before, but still needed to address 3 outstanding issues: its discipline policy, citizen complaint procedures, and the timeliness of internal investigations.
We're very excited for a couple of different reasons. One, that we are policing in a way that's constitutional and that is protective of all the rights of our residents. And 2, we've been in this negotiated settlement agreement for 20 plus years, and the community has been begging for us to get out of it in a constitutional way.
A federal judge will hear arguments tomorrow on whether Oakland Police is ready to make the next step toward ending that oversight. Leaders say reaching full compliance marks a major milestone for the department and the city. We're going to go now for Making It in the Bay series, a first-of-its-kind housing program for public employees. Applications open today in San Jose for apartments in downtown San Jose. Let's remember that's where Scott Levin. And who is eligible for these apartments and how does it work?
Well, hey, Janelle, it's anyone who is a city worker in San Jose. So if you work for the city of San Jose or San Jose State University or anything like that, you are probably having a tough time making it in the Bay, especially affording a place to live in San Jose. And so this plan would take, at this point, one building, that building, it's the Fay in downtown San Jose in the SoFa district, and would lower the rent for city employees who qualify. About 200 1- and 2-bedroom apartments in that building are being set aside. It's kind of a dual project here between the building and its owners and the city of San Jose, who take an equity stake and therefore subsidize the rents of the 1- and 2-bedroom apartments to make it easier for those people that work in San Jose to actually live there.
Which would be great. Some are commuting from far away from the Central Valley. I mean, it's a long commute for them. And you talked to the mayor about this. Why is this program so important to the city of San Jose?
It's largely for what you just said, Janelle. It's been so hard for many city workers to actually live and raise a family here in the city of San Jose. This would make it easier because you could potentially walk to work or take public transit to work. It would be much easier if your job was anywhere in San Jose. This is a really central location. The apartment complex, the building is really nice. This is not low-income housing. This is still going to be somewhere around $2,500 to $4,000 a month, depending on the size of the apartment. But it really goes to show that if you can live there, the mayor says it'll make it easier to work there. Better work-life balance, they say, more effective workers. And so they say they're doing this to make life easier and to keep people in their jobs in San Jose.
Yeah, for sure. Make them happier. And you talked to us, San Jose Housing Executive.
You know, she was saying a similar thing, that she wants to see the most qualified workers come to San Jose and work. And a problem that a city like San Jose has, in any city in the Bay Area, the problem they have is trying to recruit from other cities, and they'll say, well, this is great, but I'm even either a single person or I have a family. It's just so hard to imagine making a life in the city without a long commute. This would cut down on the rent, and therefore, for a lot of families and individuals, it would cut down on the commute. And so not only are they working in San Jose, they're able to spend some of their income in the city in which they live. So kind of a win-win for the city. This is, again, sort of a joint venture between the city and the owners of that building. If it works out, they hope to do this with other buildings and other landlords to try to subsidize rent for people who they would really like to see be able to live in San Jose.
Live and stay in San Jose. Okay,
Yeah.
thank you so much, Scott.
You bet.
Okay. All right, Janelle, DoorDash is recognizing middle schoolers in Fremont. Corner Middle School students just took part in a robotics academy sponsored by the meal delivery service. They got hands-on learning experience with DoorDash's delivery robot, Doc. Company says the academy is aimed at sparking curiosity about career paths in STEM. Students just graduated and received special certificates from the program last week. So the top trending story is voted by you on that Instagram poll. Also, the American Music Awards take over Sin City. We're going to show you the biggest moment everyone's talking about and the Bay Area star who got to take part in last night's festivities.
There's one choice for California's Lieutenant Governor who knows right and deliver. Fiona Moore. A daughter of Philadelphia state senator, Fiona fought Trump's destructive tariffs while delivering relief to local workers and small businesses. As Lieutenant Governor, Fiona will fight Trump's assault on
rights, delivering access to reproductive health care, birth control, and cancer screenings, while standing shoulder to shoulder with all California's diverse communities. Fight and deliver. That's Fiona Ma.
Or no matter what crosses your path, get coverage confidence with AAA insurance. Planned Parenthood affiliates in California are joining firefighters and nurses to defend California and elect Javier Becerra for governor. While Tom Steyer got rich on oil and gold, Becerra protected California's air and water. While Steyer profited off caging immigrants, Becerra fought Trump and ICE. While Steyer made billions on Wall Street, Becerra served the people of California as Congressman, Attorney General, and Health Secretary. Javier Becerra, the X stands for experience.
The Ford Store Morgan Hills Memorial Day Sell-a-thon is here. Just announced an additional $1,000 Ford rebate, plus employee pricing. Right now, you can lease a new Explorer for $349 a month. Only at the Ford Store Morgan Hills.
I would like to introduce the Senate business owner who's been fighting for common sense leadership since I led the recall of Chesapeake. In Congress, all defend Social Security and Medicare and oppose cuts to Medicaid. We've had cost squeezing families, all fight for relief from rising electric bills, groceries, and rent, and support an affordable public health care option. And all these I'm Marie Gabriel, and I approve this message. Here it is, the top trending stories voted by you on my Instagram poll. It was actually a tie, but our tiebreaker, our producer, chose this one. Another luxury sports car company is going electric. Take a look at the Ferrari Luce. It's a Ferrari's first fully electric car. It has a fitting name since Luce is Italian for flight. Ferrari joins other luxury companies like Porsche and Lamborghini by creating a clean energy vehicle. The Luce will come out later this year for $640,000. And as always, I will be posting links to the other stories you voted for on my Instagram. Oreo has cooked up a new sweet treat for BTS fans. Company has collaborated with the K-pop group for some limited edition cookies. That's what you're looking at here. The purple wafers are inspired by the band's signature colors. And the center, we're told, tastes like a Korean brown sugar pancake called Hotteok. The cookies come in 13 designs, including a special one for each band member. The Oreos will go on sale online on Monday and hit stores on June 8th. Speaking of BTS, a big night at Sin City. The 52nd American Music Awards were last night, and Oakland's Golden Girl got to take the stage during the celebration of music.
Vegas! That's what I'm talking about! Music plays an important role in my life as an athlete. It's how I connect and share my art with the audience. So it's very...
Olympic gold medalist Alyssa Liu got to present the award for Best Rock Alternative Artist, which went to 21 Pilots. But the biggest winner of the night was actually just here in the Bay Area. K-pop group BTS opened the show while also winning 3 awards, including Artist of the Year. Their performance was pre-recorded from their world tour, which made a stop at Stanford just a little over a week ago. World winners last night included Cardi B for Best Female Hip-Hop Artist, Kendrick Lamar for Best Male Hip-Hop Artist, Bruno Mars for Best R&B Artist, and SZA for Best Female R&B Artist. We are a little over 2 weeks away from the start of the World Cup, and today we officially found out which players will represent Team USA. The team made up of 26 men was announced this afternoon at an event in New York City. One of the headliners is star Christian Pulisic, who currently plays for AC Milan. Team USA will have 3 goalkeepers, 10 defenders, 7 midfielders, and 6 forwards. Now, one player left off the team is Bay Area native Diego Luna. The Real Salt Lake star was born in Sunnyvale and learned the game in Palo Alto. Team USA's first match is June 12th against Paraguay at SoFi Stadium, which is renamed Los Angeles Stadium for the World Cup. The NBA on NBC OKC is coming up next. It's Game 5 of the Western Conference Finals. The series is all tied up right now at 2 games apiece, with the Spurs heading back to Oklahoma City to take on the Thunder. Pre-game coverage right here on NBC Bay Area begins in just minutes.
Thank you so much for joining us at 4:30. The NBA on NBC is next, and we will see you after the game for the latest local news in primetime.
In the Bay Area, we're transforming, we're innovating, we're always moving forward. At NBC Bay Area, it's our job to inform, to investigate, to respond.
Make sure that people understand.
Helping you make sense of it all by clearing the roadblocks, staying with the story, explaining the why. Because no matter what comes next, we're here with you, moving the Bay Area forward.
A car accident can shatter your world, but at Jacoby & Myers, we want to help you get back to where you were before, taking on insurance companies, hospital bills, medical care, whatever you need to get back to the life you love. Jacoby & Myers, because everyone deserves justice.
They call her a fighter. They call her a builder. But you can just call her Eleni. As treasurer, Eleni will use state funds to educate our kids, protect California's natural resources, and defend all our communities, with not $1 to Trump's hateful agenda. That's why for state treasurer, Governor Newsom, Senator Padilla, California teachers, firefighters, and the San Francisco Chronicle agree. When it comes to defending California, just call Eleni for state treasurer.
I'm Lucky Strani, and my story is the American dream. But as an educator today, my students don't believe in that dream. They see only costs rising, jobs shrinking, and democracy crumbling. If we want a future for our students, we need leaders who will solve these problems. Instead, we have politicians who spend decades in office only enriching themselves. That's why we need term limits. We need a mandatory retirement age, and we need a ban on stock trading for Congress. I'm Lucky Strani, and I approve this message.
I was going down La Brea, my car taxed me from the side and it's a 3-car collision. One thing about Jacoby & Myers is when I called them, I went in with no money. They assured me that it wouldn't ask for $1 unless they won the case.
Jacoby & Myers, because you deserve justice.
It's contagious. And at critical moments, winning culture becomes conviction.
We lost game 3. Pop's been around like throughout the course of the season. That was the first time he walked into the locker room and was like, nah, that's BS. That's not how we play basketball.
With San Antonio down 2-1, game 4 demanded a response. Led by a suffocating defense and Victor Wembanyama, the young Spurs delivered their answer emphatically.
Yeah, they just punched us in our face a little bit.
It was Oklahoma City's first regulation loss of the entire postseason. Now, the pressure sweeps back to the reigning champs, who understand better than anyone how pivotal Game 5 can be. The Western Conference Finals roll on. It's NBA Showtime on NBC.
Welcome to NBA Showtime, presented by AT&T. Here's your host, Maria Taylor.
So we are 4 games down in the Western Conference Finals, and these two teams are knotted up at 2-2. The San Antonio Spurs and Oklahoma City Thunder have given us everything we could ever dream of for a conference finals series, as both of these squads do not want to head home and watch the NBA Finals as we shift into a best-of-3 series. We've got the challengers in the Spurs, and we've got the defending champs in OKC. That's home you return to today. The Hincom Center, welcome courtside Maria Taylor, alongside the Hall of Famers Carmelo Anthony, Vince Carter, and Tracy McGrady. Listen, we saw 2 very tight games here in OKC and convincing games for each team when we went on the road in San Antonio. But one thing we're
rings true. Whichever star shines brighter in SGA or Victor Wembanyama, it seems as though the win goes to that squad.
Yeah, well, we gonna talk about the stars, Shea and Victor, and of course they have to step up and they have to do what they have to do. I'm gonna go Lou Dort. I'm gonna go Lou Dort because when you talk about what Lou Dort brings to this team, he's the best defensive player on the OKC Thunder's team. He can not only play 16 and 18 minutes in a game. You need his intensity. You need his tenacity out there. You need him to put a body on Wemby. You need him to guard passes. You need him to be aggressive. And also, you need him to make open shots. You can be the best defensive player on the team, but if you're not making open shots, then you can't. You gotta play 16 minutes. And tonight, you cannot play 16 minutes, Lou Dort. You have to be in the game 32 to 34 minutes. You have to help Shea feel confident on figuring this defense out. It seems like San Antonio figuring Shea out. They forcing him right, and not letting him get to his left and his bump fade. It's a lot of things that Shea has to process. So Lou Dort is one of those things that we should be on the lookout today.
Okay, that's one guy that you want to stand up. We also know that the big three, it exists, is Chet Holmgren, J-Dub with his questionable injury in this game, and he is now officially out. So Chet Holmgren, step up to the plate. His scoring has gone down throughout the Western Conference Finals.
It's gone down in these losses. In wins, he's been phenomenal. He's played good basketball because he's aggressive. And right here, this is a player that is not confident. Loses the ball right here. And then, of course, Wemby beats him at the rim. I'm not mad at this. This showing his aggression. He's not a try to don't go to Wemby right there. But when you get in the trenches and you're surrounded by multiple defenders, you have to be aggressive with the ball. You have to be strong with the ball, understand where you are. And here, I would rather for him to go up and try to make a play than to lose his confidence and try to get off the ball right there and make an ill-advised play. What that does is nice San Antonio's offense, defense to offense, and this is where Hayes becomes a real big problem.
Yeah, look, you can just take a look at how scoring, the efficiency, the rebounds, the blocks, all of them have gone down in the Western Conference Finals, and this is a true opportunity for Chet to step up. We're just finding out too, J-Dub, with him being out, Jared Buchanan will get his first start of this postseason. Remember, 24 points off the bench in Game 3. All right, let's get to the Spurs defense, because what they did in Game 4 was only allow 82 points. Lowest scoring total for OKC since December 2021. Let's get into it and how they did it.
First and foremost, in 4 games, Shea was averaging 29 points, 51% from the field, 19% from 3. In this series, only 24 points, he's shooting 27% from the field. So what that tells me is their defense, they figured something out in the regular season that has carried over, and that's what they're fighting defense. Not playing, not fouling, being aggressive, forcing Shea to a crowd, and then they attack the ball from there, forcing him to get off the ball, and making somebody else take a jump shot or make a play for someone else. You see here, active man, they're just flying around, but that's what you want. Here, not allowing Shea to get to his left, forcing him right, into a crowd, once again, Victor steps up. Making now Hartenstein, well, first and foremost, he says, nope, it's not here, but you're making Hartenstein being the facilitator and make a play. You see he throws the ball away, Shea gets the ball there. It doesn't turn out he gets a foul. Playing him in the foul there, 1, 2, 3, 4 guys. He doesn't have the pocket pass. He has to play pass out of the screen here. If you notice, De'Aaron Fox is jumping on that left hand. Not allowing him to get left. We're going to force you right. You know it. Nobody wants to get to his left. Nothing is there. He's forcing the issue. Here, don't play without your hands. Don't foul because he's going to try to bait you. No foul there. You see Stephon Castle has the hands up there. I'm not fouling. And that's what they've done. They're making Shea play faster than he wants to, which we haven't seen all year.
20 turnovers, too, in Game 4. That's the most OKC's had so far this postseason. Alex Caruso held to 0 points. He's the second leading scorer in this series coming into Game 4. So that's a good change. But if you look at that, you're looking at that graphic right there, who is going to be the guy that has to step up this score? You guys know.
Going back to this Game 5 is and we go down in history. I mean, it's some amazing guys have stepped up and been, the best player on this
enter into NBA lore tonight. I'll give you a different name. I'm going to say Jared McCain. Here's another guy that shoots the ball extremely well, plays with confidence, and the one thing he said is when he got here, Shea, amongst everybody else, said, be you, be yourself. And when we've seen McCain at his best, he knocks down open threes. He also gets in the paint and creates shots for others. I think that is someone we need, Shea needs to create, to take some pressure off of him to help loosen up that double team. And again, back to shit. I know I said Luke Dort, but back to shit. To me, the film tells the story. When you go back and watch that film, and you break the film down, and you watching how they go, what have you learned? What have you seen? And what story is that film telling you? Because tonight, you're going to need that. You're going to need to figure that story out quick. You can't wait to the second quarter. Can't wait to the third quarter. You got to come out with a jump ball, applying pressure tonight. Because San Antonio's not going to wait for you to try to figure this thing out.
Yeah, this Johnson side of the game, too. We got to be more disciplined with Shea. That's exactly what they were in game 4. He just had 19 points. Remember, the bench has been huge. They scored at least 50 points in the first 3 games, just 34 points in game 4. Let's talk to our guys who are courtside calling the game, our best friends, Mike Tirico, Reggie Miller, and Jamal Crawford, to continue this conversation. Good evening, guys.
Yeah, Maria, this is just like the plane going back and forth. We got 5 guys who scored about 90 points on average during their basketball career. We're talking hoops. And you all were just talking a lot of hoops. I'd love to turn this to you guys and ask how this game was played. If you're a nerd and look at stats, you know pace of play comes down for everybody in the playoffs. But you pointed out something about the pace that we should be watching here in Game 5.
And it's the Spurs. Whenever the Spurs play at a great pace, they get great shots. That Thunder defense is so tough and so connected. You want to score in the first 7 seconds before they can set up. When their pace goes, now you get Wimby in space, now you get threes, now you get to the basket. That's when they're at their best.
Now, I see where you're going.
Oh, here we go.
And I understand your thought philosophy, but they do that at home well. In this building, it's got to be chaotic frenzy. And the defense that the Thunder bring, you can't play fast here. If you're the Spurs want lower possessions, half court, because they have, to me, they have the best player in this series, which has been Wimby. In 1 and 4, he was phenomenal. If you lower those possessions, the ball's going to go through a Wimby. If you try to play fast and you're not making shots, I think that's when the playmakers and those role players for the Thunder become a problem. So to me, that's why tempo and pace has been key in this series through the first 4. So you want San Antonio to not go as fast, but play a little bit slower? On the road, yes. Okay, they have the best player. At home, you get away with that.
And I want them to play fast on the road because it's going to settle them and bring their role players into the game. Especially with the Thunder that at full strength. Play fast, get some easy buckets, and then I think you settle it on the road.
This is what makes this great because only about the minutes we're going to know which one of us is correct. Yeah, this is an hour of my lunch. I didn't get a lot of words in, but heard a lot of hoops talk that we shared with you. We're able to see all the things. Yeah. For the leading scorer? Yeah. This group? Melo. He's in the house. There you go. He shot 1 for 6 in game 4, but he got into a game in the series. OKC got to double him in the paint. He's going to get clean looks tonight. So, Melo, man, 4.5 rebounds, averaging 3 games in the series. He's coming back home with something cool. He's locked up the first thing. He's going to make the glass. Stephon Castle, 5+ rebounds. He had 10 in game 4. The red playoff high. Spurs are playing him at the 4th time. When he's going to big, that's what's made enough. That's my ticket. And lock it in. The winner. Let's run it to the one. This is the postseason winner.
Wimby all smiles right now, coming up with 33-point game. He did hit a half-court 3, but maybe that's a good sign for Melo, averaging 30 points, 13 rebounds throughout this Western Conference Finals. We'll see what kind of superstar performance we're going to get from this young man tonight.
On DraftKings Sportsbook, all customers can get a prop boost every game day during the NBA Finals. Download the app and use promo code DUB when you sign up. Start the NBA Western Conference Finals, and we've got so many exciting ways for you to feel the sweat live on every play. Tell us how, Melo.
Conference Finals. Here we go, Jay. With DraftKings,
You can back your team to win or pick from tons of player props. You can even combine your picks into a same-game parlay to score some bigger payouts.
DraftKings is your home for live betting. Download the DraftKings Sportsbook app. Use the promo code when you sign up to claim your exclusive offer. DraftKings, the crowd is yours.
Bobber and Cave with Liberty Berry.
It's bundle and save on insurance with Liberty Mutual. Okay, let's do another take.
What do you want me to say?
The line. Say the line.
Oh, that's easy. The line.
Okay, let's pick it up tomorrow.
Only pay for what you need.
What do you call that?
Dangerous.
No,
Summer's #1 show is back. To back with America's favorite guessing game.
cat fight.
AGT and Password. Next Tuesday on NBC and Peacock.
I'm Eric Jones. I'm ready for Congress to fight for working people. Put thousands of dollars back in the pockets of working Americans, provide universal child care, in-home care for seniors, and lower prescription drug costs. And unlike my opponents, I'll never take a dime from a corporate PAC, never take a dollar from a lobbyist, never take a penny from PG&E, and I'll never trade stock in Congress. I'm Eric Jones, and I approve this message to put you first.
I want a governor who gives a bro. With Becerra and Mahan, it's not going to get better for working people.
It's really hard to trust somebody like Becerra who takes money from big oil.
Because he is funded by oil companies, he's willing to listen to them, and he's not willing to listen to the needs of us Californians.
If Javier Becerra thinks that he needs Chevron, we don't need Javier Becerra.
Working people are for Tom, corporations are for Becerra.
Becerra represents more of the same, and Tom Steyer represents actual change in California.
Planned Parenthood affiliates of California are fighting to elect Javier Becerra for governor because Becerra has spent his entire career protecting your health care. In Congress, he helped pass the Affordable Care Act. As Attorney General, he defended Obamacare in court against Trump's attacks. As health secretary, he delivered care to millions. Now, Trump is cutting health care and driving up costs. As governor, Javier Becerra will protect your coverage and fight Trump's cuts because he's got California's back.
Good choice for Congress. A leader or a lapdog. Mike Thompson stood up to Trump, voting against funding ICE, the Iran war, and tariffs. And Mike Thompson fought drug companies to lower prescription costs. Eric Jones is a San Francisco venture capitalist who lied about what stocks he owned. Eric Jones will be a lapdog for big corporations. Mike Thompson is a leader who fights back for us.
I'm Mike Thompson, and I approve this message.
NBC Bay Area's certified most accurate 10 years in a row.
We're getting you set for Game 5 of the Western Conference Finals. Shea Gilgeous-Alexander coming off a 19-point performance. He said that his team has to start back. They were not able to do that well on the road in San Antonio, but they've been here before. Remember, they were 2-2 in the Western Conference semis and finals last year.
No. Stay. Stay.
He's described by Mitch Johnson as one of the attack dogs. They got to continue to be aggressive. And how do you continue to harness that aggression and stay disciplined as well?
Well, I think for him, he's back in a position where he's comfortable. And that is to be an attack on defensive end, right? Be in the pass and work up the game. And also make things hard for Shea. Like, I think he's the one guy on this roster that can really make it tough to stay on the offensive end because of his size and his strength. Right? It's different getting downhill on a guy like him versus, I mean, I take example for myself when you played against a Ron Artest versus the Bruce Bowen. Great defenders, but man, going downhill against Ron Artest is going to wear them out. So it's the same with Castle. Like, you battling him for a 7-game series, and that man is just beating you up every time he's trying to get downhill. That is the tough task to deal with. But the one thing he cannot do is get caught up into the answers. He can't get caught up into all of the fouling. He cannot play with his hands. He needs to be aggressive, but it's hands on, hands off, because Shea's going to take advantage of that at some point. We saw when he got caught up into it, he got himself in foul trouble, he sat down, he was not effective for his team. So that's a key factor for me with Stephon Castle, particularly playing on the road in this environment. When you talk about a numbers game, I think Shea and OKC understand the winner of Game 5 is going to win this 82, 80, I'm just saying 81%, about 82% of the time. And Shea knows that. OKC knows that.
they've been here before. They've been 2-2 tied up with Denver last year. They've been 2-2 against Indiana. They understand how to win these basketball games. Again, I said this earlier. Shea, I want to know what he saw on that film. It's been 4 games. He got an opportunity to see 3-4 different defenses. The defense is coming in waves at Shea. I want to see how he responds to tonight. How long it's going to take him to figure this out and put the pen and paper to go out there and put his foot to the gas, because Shea have an opportunity to take this game on his shoulders tonight. He really haven't had a breakout game this series. He's been efficient, he's been effective, but he hasn't had a breakout game this series. So let's be on the lookout for Shea having that game tonight.
Yeah, maybe the best game was game 3, 30 points and 9 assists. There's Chet Holmgren. You can see the scoring is dipped about 7 points from the first 2 rounds to the Western Conference Finals. Shea did say the lessons get louder when you lose. The lessons that Chet is learning right now, they are what throughout the course of this series?
I think for him, it's just don't worry about scoring. Just worry about competing, right? You know, I think he's looking at Wendy, and he's kind of shying away from competing against Wendy. Don't worry about that. You can make things tough for him just by utilizing your length and your size, right? Keep him in front. Compete at the top. Also, on the defensive end,
No more. Cryo, come here. Hey, come here. Cryo, come here. Come here. Come here, Lucas, come here. No. I said no.
Jared McCain, he steps off of it, he gets into the starting lineup because Jay Dub is out. Remember, Casey Wallace actually started game 4.
Can I lay down? Move.
So what do we expect from Jared McCain? He threw up 20 shots already. We've seen him do that in the game before. One thing he's not is shots.
Come here, Bubba. Come here.
He said he cried during that when he got traded.
Come here.
Coming here and he's part of the championship team,
Kyle.
organization. They gave him his role. He was very clear on his role. Tonight, he got to up that role. He got to play a different hat tonight. He's in the starting lineup. He got to play different type of minutes today. He got to come with a different type of energy and a different mindset today. And he has to be aggressive. Those 20 shots, I'm not worried about him taking 20 shots. He's gonna convert on a lot of those shots. I want to see him go out there and play. I want to see him go out there and make these shots.
Stay, Bubba.
Victor Wembanyama has made his way to the court, coming off a 33-point game, in which he put an exclamation point on the first half. He had a walk-off 3. He had 22 points in the first half, and he was a man on a mission. The mission tonight, I don't think it's changed at all. We expect to see what we see from him.
Attack early. Go at it like he's done. Setting the tone for his team. 3 guys here, the best 2 guys in the team, knowing in the playoffs, I need to set the tone. And it's not always true the ball, but it's being aggressive. Understanding that he's gonna require all the attention.
This is like Paris and Madrid, southern Spain, near triple digits. However, towards the London area, we're going to take things back a notch. Still going to be above average, around the 80 degrees, but obviously not quite as warm. Now, you're thinking, okay, well, is that a trend? Now back to 86 in London on Thursday. Paris highs around 92. Again, southern Spain, Sevilla, around 97 degrees. Even into parts of Italy, 91 in Milan. So, for anybody doing international travel, keep that in mind here. The rest of the week is going to be very, very warm. The upper level pattern showing why. We've got this big ridge of high pressure settled into the region. That is keeping things warm, dry. Obviously, you saw in the images, the videos out of the UK and out of Paris, a lot of blue sky there. So we're not getting unsettled weather. Instead, we've got this big ridge in control now. Index dropping takes some of the bring near, if not below average temperatures back into play. But at least for the short term after now, it's staying hot.
I would be heading to Barcelona and to Valencia in Spain to get to the coastline, cool off in the Mediterranean. Now, if you want to cool off here in the U.S., just go to the Northeast after we get a foot or 2 to come through. Boston's average high around this time of year, right? 69, 70 degrees, and we'll be going up and down, but mostly down.
rebounding starting next week, but why is going to get so chilly. Highs only in the 50s on Saturday. We've got a very ridge-centric pattern here in the continental U.S. So ridge in the middle, but troughs in the Pacific Northwest, trough in eastern Canada, northeast, and tomorrow a front's going to be coming on through. Now, ahead of the front will be warm, but then when this next front comes through, it's going to feel so different. So before that front comes through tomorrow, look at Boston 86. You get a southwesterly flow instead of coming off the cooler Atlantic waters. It warms up. So it comes through, temperature plummet. 68 is your high after it comes through, and then there's another front to come through in time for the weekend to keep temperatures in the 50s, and you'll have a little bit of rain along the way as the low moves through. So there's one low with one front that still hasn't come through. So we still have the southwesterly flow for the next day or so, but there's another big low, big trough farther to the north. And again, there's that ridge in the middle of the country. Got our trough in the Pacific Northwest, the trough in here in eastern Canada, and there's another one behind this one that's really going to send the temperatures down for the weekend. So here comes the first one, but then look at that swirl coming down over eastern Canada. Then we get to Friday and Saturday. That trough really cools things off for your weekend. So it's all coming from northeastern Canada. Tomorrow, 10 to 15 degrees above average, southwesterly flow ahead of the front. You get that first front to come through. It cools things down. But then when you get to the weekend, we're going to be 10 to 15 degrees below average routinely, not fun. Now in DC, you're going to be farther south. The first one that near the United weekend's looking actually quite nice. New York City, you'll feel the effects of the front for the weekend, but still highs staying 70 degrees or above. And then there's Boston. Not only chilly, 56 degrees on Saturday, but very raw in rain. But things will be looking up after that.
Built for healthy chaos. The 2026 Nissan Rogue. Nissan, #1 in new vehicle quality.
What's that?
It's compounded hogwash.
Bet those weight loss meds ain't FDA approved.
Smells like snake oil to me. Boss, this here's the real deal. Yeehaw!
Weight loss meds for $39 per month plus med costs. Check with RX.
Rhapsido is the first and only pill for adults with chronic spontaneous urticaria who continue to have symptoms not controlled with antihistamines. It should not be used for any other forms of hives. Rhapsido works fast, plus hives and itch at 2 weeks. Rhapsido, a prescription medicine, may cause bleeding and risk may increase if also taken your blood thinner. So tell your doctor right away if you have any signs or symptoms. Also discuss immunizations, as you should not receive live or live attenuated vaccines with Rhapsido. Side effects include nasal congestion, sore throat, runny nose, bleeding, headache, nausea, and abdominal pain. Ask your doctor about Rhapsido.
UMGC gave me the ability to succeed again. They allowed me to understand my true potential in life and gave me the tools to go get it. I feel I can accomplish anything.
Learn more at umgc.edu.
Scammers have learned how to exploit cryptocurrency ATMs to help steal money from people.
Almost all of my life.
Mary Ellen's story is heartbreaking. AARP Nebraska supported an ordinance on the site right on the machine. The reports of people being scammed at ATM crypto kiosks has dropped 20% in Lewis County. And we owe a lot of that to AARP. We have a deep commitment in our community to help keep folks safe. We will never be done fighting to protect people from fraud. The Brandon Charlotte have been looking for a home for some time. If we
Kentucky home internet for just $30 each.
A reliable network is key for us, and with T-Mobile, it's been wonderful. The internet's been perfect. The setup was so easy, it took less than 15 minutes. Going to the 55 plus plan saved us so much money.
Switch and save today. Some encounters are unexpected. Mosquitoes, not so much. Off Deep Woods. Protection from mosquitoes and ticks. Prepare for the expected.
S.C. Johnson.
Get me a hot pink cosmopolitan and some drama.
Recently started you in the early morning tea time and Bloody Mary with Carol.
Give me a cocktail with kettle and vodka.
It has been a stormy evening in parts of Kentucky. This possible tornado was spotted northeast of Stanton just an hour or so ago, and some trained weather spotters spotted a rotating wall cloud, and certainly the radar was very indicative of the rotation.
Now, obviously, this is what we were talking about, though, when we said this part of Kentucky is more hilly, also very wooded, so very difficult to see, especially here as we get closer to dusk and after dark. Gotta be careful. Just get to that safe spot. Don't mess around and find a little piece.
All the more reason to trust those warnings and to be tonight, and I'll show you what's going on in that zone in a little bit. Alice, I think Texas is the area where we're going to see a lot more severe thunderstorm warnings over a larger area.
Yeah, we've got more coming in from Mexico, and that's the area that we anticipate to see most of the action here through the late evening and overnight. Still watching south and southwest of San Antonio for our current severe warnings. We've got a severe thunderstorm watch that's also in effect. These storms have been producing some very strong winds, so we've got severe thunderstorm warning here in Uvalde and Zavala counties. Destructive tag on this one. I'd be concerned about those 80-mile-an-hour winds. You're seeing a little bulge in here out of the storm. Why did I throw the arrow? You're seeing, again, that little bubbling here, and that's the surge of some of these winds. This overall system has had some almost cyclonic motion with it, so we've been watching, for some of these gusty winds. We've seen large hail as well here, Frio, Uvalde, and Zavala counties, dealing with that severe thunderstorm warning. We've got 8 o'clock expiration on this one. This one's radar indicated, so not quite the gusty winds in areas up to the north. That destructive tag, by the way, would be hail getting up into the tennis ball in size and/or winds to 80 miles an hour. Considerable threat tag on this one. This is for hail, so we've got hail getting up to that ping pong golf ball in size. 7:45 is the expiration. This storm is moving closer and closer to Pleasanton and areas north of Campbellton on I-37. It is moving quickly, though, so it continues to bring very heavy rain to the same areas over and over. Hail tracks, at last check, we've seen that hail core once again strengthen. Diminish a bit on the south side of Charlotte, now up again.
You have food right here, Papa. Food right here. Oh, you ate it, most of it. There's still food in there. There's still food in there, both Papas.
Very strong thunderstorm. There is thousands of lightning strikes across parts of Texas today, even into the northeast corner up toward Shreveport, Louisiana. We've seen some lightning. Damaging hail potential. Anywhere in purple, we can see the quarter-size hail, but watching these areas along the U.S.-Mexico border for the hail that gets up to or over 2 inches in diameter. Future radar, watching those storms, generally staying south of San Antonio through the mid to late evening, even the overnight hours. In addition to the severe roof aftermath, very heavy rain could leave us with some water problems as well.
Man, 80-mile-an-hour winds, 2.5-inch diameter hailstones. We're not seeing nearly that widespread of all of those hazards in Kentucky tonight, but we've already seen a tornado warning. We showed you what that looked like on video, and there still is a threat for some damaging wind and an isolated tornado or two in Kentucky tonight because of this upper level low. That's the bleed one ahead of the one that's over Texas. The other thing that's going on is we have this low off the Atlantic coastline, and it lays down a front over Virginia and Kentucky, and we can see that it's kind of on the northern edge of the Great
greatest instability, but the other thing that frontal boundary does is it creates a wind direction change. So we got southerly winds coming up from the south there in the blue, but when you get near the easterly, and then meanwhile, you got the winds are turning southwesterly. So that change of wind speed and direction with ice built in rotation. So the thunderstorms that are forming have been slurping in that air that's got the built-in rotation. This was our tornado warning cell, but we have more cells developing around the state. So that might not have been the last severe thunderstorm or tornado warning of the evening, and you can see the supercell basically that moved south of Frenchburg a little while ago, and there was the rotation. So just showing you that to show you that the risk is still there, and we have more cells that will be forming and lasting maybe till midnight or a little bit thereafter. I think we'll start to lose the instability after midnight, but that's something to watch out for. And then for tomorrow, we've got the severe thunderstorm list here in the mid-Atlantic, and that will be the beginnings of a rainy period all the way through your weekend.
Every time we drive, we're putting everything we love out on the road. And that's why we'll always drive a Subaru.
The Subaru Outback, built to achieve the highest safety ratings possible. Love, it's what makes Subaru, Subaru.
Get 2.9% APR financing on select new Subaru Outback models.
We're almost back. Once again, past the tip-off. You okay with you? I'd like to see you guys hike a mountain at my age. We're almost there.
Howdy, guys.
Hey, Ted. I got the game. You got the game. Now where's the rest of the team? I get him. Start, you still on that hike? Colorado's here. I caught that. Homemade.
Wish we had some snacks.
I found these berries.
Oh, very poisonous. Yeah. The connection match has to be AT&T.
With the perfect kick for steak and shrimp bucatini, Olive Garden's new collaborative sauce just may become your new favorite collaborative sauce. And yet, we're family, and families don't pick favorites. Okay, here's the deal.
That's okay. All right. Okay.
Send your car today on Carvana.
Trying to predict the future is a hazardous occupation. The only thing we can be sure of is that it will be absolutely fantastic. I'm thinking of the incredible brain communication satellite. These things make possible a world in which we can be in instant contact with each other wherever we may be. When that time comes, the whole world will have struck to a point.
My earwax buildup was frustrating. Then I tried new liquid earwax filter. The revolutionary formula. Earwax 5 times faster and helps prevent future buildup. Feel the difference.
Oh, look, he loves his doggy too. He loves his doggy too. It's so cuddles. My cuddles.
1,460 days between the biggest moments in
Look at you. My cuddles.
Weston's dogs, Scott and Logan, sleep all.
These eyes will give you love. These want to say.
Better care. That doesn't break the bank.
Get quality eye exams, real glasses at one great price. And eye care cheaper glasses for $95 at America's Best.
Why suffer from painful heartburn longer than necessary? For effective relief, nothing works faster than Alka-Seltzer. The effervescent formula begins neutralizing acid in seconds to effectively relieve heartburn fast. Try Alka-Seltzer.
The rainy season showing up in a big way in Florida. We have already seen several inches of rain in Hollywood. It helps to ease the onset
That's annoying. Your holiday.
To 12 inches, 12 plus in the pink. So there are parts of southern Mississippi that have seen more than a foot of rainfall just within the last week. Parts of Georgia, North Florida, even down towards Tampa, getting some welcome rain as well. Now, year to date, we are still running departures for a lot of our Florida cities. Tallahassee running a departure of over 8 inches below average. Jacksonville nearly 7 inches below average. In Tampa, we've seen just over 9 inches for the year. That puts us about 3 inches below average. Meanwhile, more than 7 inches below average in Orlando. Not even 6 inches of rain thus far for the year. Miami only an inch below average, so you're a little bit closer to average. And that means your drought monitor, not significant issues down there. More of the abnormally dry categorization for Miami, same for West Palm Beach. You get over to the southwest part of the state, though, that's where we see that extreme drought, and then, of course, the exceptional drought in North Florida, South Georgia, and some parts of South Carolina. That's also where we're seeing the most greater than 100 acres currently burning in the U.S. North Florida, South Georgia, these are wildfires that we've been seeing because of how bad the drought has been. Now, these areas, if you look at the worst categorization of drought, these areas are going to get rain through Tuesday. A lot of these spots looking at 2 to 3 inch totals, with some areas as much as 3 to 5 inches. And with more rain in Florida this week, the threat for severe weather and dangerous wildfires will also arrive. Severe national correspondent for Senior National in Pensacola Beach.
There's a red flag warning here in Pensacola Beach, Florida, highlighting the dangers in the water for rip currents. We have already seen it this week that there have been rip current rescues that had to happen out in the Gulf. In fact, there were nearly 10 of them just today on this one stretch of beach. And of course, the high risk for rip current isn't just here. It extends all along the Panhandle and even down close and around to the Big Bend. So you've got a very large area of danger when it comes to rip current. But that's just the very beginning of the iceberg when we're talking about the weather risks present this week. The next big one you're going to notice beginning Thursday and over the next several days into the weekend is rain. Lots of rain. Potential for flooding rain here in Pensacola Beach and all along the Gulf Coast. Make sure you're planning for that. Indoor activity. You don't want to have a beach week and have to do things inside, but that's likely what many people are going to have to do. And also the risk for severe weather. We have already seen it this week where a water spout out in the Gulf and along Florida's beaches has turned into a tornado. Remember, that's what happens when they pass that threshold coming in from the water as a water spout. The moment they hit dry land, it's a tornado. And we've already seen that severe weather happen in Florida this week. The expectation is yeah. So watch the weather, be weather ready. Just know it's going to rain. And also, if you are in the water, make sure you are heeding the warnings when it comes to red flag warnings, because the rip current risk is real. In Pensacola Beach, Florida, Justin Michaels, the Weather Channel.
Well, it's not just afternoon thunderstorms. It was a stormy start to your day in Tampa this morning. Look at that lightning. Meteorologists are we've had the afternoon and evening thunderstorms, especially on the Gulf Coast. There's another one coming from Texas. Unsettled weather and afternoon thunderstorms at the very least. So here comes that trough from Texas coming out over the Gulf in a couple of days. And because there are weak low-level spin, and you'll have southerly flow, and then an east coast front will come down toward the southeast, toward Florida, and will make for an unsettled squeeze play between that frontal boundary and that upper-level trough over the Gulf. So that's where the thunderstorms are going to blossom. And so there's onshore flow around the Bermuda High, and that's what's causing that south to north flow into the Florida Panhandle. Not only bringing the warmth and the moisture and instability, but that perpendicular to the coast flow elevates that pressure. So that's not going away anytime soon. And as this upper level trough moves from
No more. Shush. 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 fine. It's okay. You're okay. Sure. 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 Hmm. Stay, stay, stay. Sit, please. Come here. Sit, please. Sit. Sit. You good, kid? My hand is hurt. Okay. Good. Stay. 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 Come on. Stay. 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 What? Stay. 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 Wait. No, no. Stay. 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 No. Stay. 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 Good boy. Good boy, Papa. Good boy. He's a good boy. Hold on, Peppers. My phone is